It is the best thing actually happened to Sri Lanka, the education.
The education.
The missionary education. It is the key point that actually opened the islanders' mind to the world and
To the world, yeah.
to see actually what's going on. So I only so my parents and my generation also, we've been taught in missionary schools, missionary educational school, half with half collaborated with the government educational systems. So this particular school, a small school but very old school, which goes back to almost 200 years, Dilasal College, Motwal. Been fully privatized at the beginning, the missionary education, and then it bonded with government local educational system, and then they developed it to a whole country. Like that's how the education system actually been systemized. Before, the whole education was gone under missionary education and the Peruvian education. Peruvian education is where the monks taught their philosophy and other deep educational scene.
Okay.
If I say I don't actually find the correct words for that, but that was the main education system in the temple, the monasteries.
The monasteries, okay.
And then the missionaries, after missionaries came along with the Portuguese colonization, then they built the whole system out of it, and they tried to teach especially religion, along with the religion, the skills, the mathematics, the language, the culture, the arts came.
Are there like people here that speak Portuguese, or like?
Yeah, of course. They have what do you mean the ancestral rules? You mean
Yeah,
the ancestry.
Yeah.
Of course. If you meet someone who has a second name Fernando or Ferdinando or Pereira or Soisa, so that means their ancestors are
Portuguese,
come from
yeah.
Portuguese, or related with Portuguese, or like they've been working with Portuguese, or they've been given name from Portuguese or Dutch. So basically, that's why I said my mother also. My mother has been rooted with Portuguese. My grandmothers and great grandmothers. Because if you go and see their names, they're like Gracelyn, Jocelyn, Teresa, Maria.
These are all like Spanish/Portuguese names,
But
yeah.
They don't speak Portuguese or anything like that. And but their food, the spices, how they pursue and cook, it's so nice, and it's not so pure Sri Lankan sometimes. I feel if I go and eat in a rural area like in the center of Sri Lanka, like Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, and if I go to Matara and then Urubokka, it's different. The spices, the blend. But over this area, especially the colonizers, especially Dutch, Portuguese, the burgers, those areas, food, the taste and the spices, the combination, the palettes are different. Especially the fish, the related dishes, the curries, the flavors, the amount of the ingredients they've been put, the mix of the amount. Sometimes if you go on Matara side, they have. I've met one ancient family. They making their own spices. They put 32 varieties
of
ingredients
spices.
to make spices, and
Wow.
like chips, like from the barks, like different
Different things
to make their blend. But over here, my mother's and my grandmother was a great chef and cook and like a consultant, let's say that, but not like what you so-called consultant goes working in an office. It's like a community work. So she been asked to come and teach or cook for several occasions, like weddings, for like funerals. A lot of people used to come. In our culture, we give a lot of food. If you go to a wedding, you see like 1,000 kind of people in a wedding, especially Catholic weddings, especially Buddhist wedding, people who have a lot of money. You will see like 2,000 kind of people in a crowd of a wedding. So how many food you have to you have
to make, yeah.
So my grandmother also, her ancestors used to cook in that kind of societies back in the day, like 1,000 batches of chicken curries or
That's
that kind
insane,
So
yeah.
I used to grow with that environment when I was a kid. I was privileged. Let's say it was not super rich environment, but super rich with all environment. not only money. The money was a different scene, but this for me, it shaped my life. That's how I got the blends. That's how I got the flavors. That's how I got the taste. That's how I got the love. That's how I got the unity. That's how I got the systems. So my grandmother, I should give that thank and that gratitude.
To her.
She's my ever loved, first loved woman in my whole life.
Yeah.
And then my mother. Then it's all started after that.
The grandmother is first.
She's
and then,
the grace. She's
Yeah.
the grace, Lean, and she's the grace of my life.